Ah, so I'm doing this on my crappy camera. Just got off my Thanksgiving break. I really haven't been paying attention to anything. I just jammed my toe into my daughter's uh, little electric car and somehow shaved off just the perfect amount of skin where I'm bleeding and just the right angle that a normal band-aid doesn't quite cover it, so I'm bleeding all over the place. Um, but anyway, I get back here and just checking out the news and coming at you a little bit and discuss a few things. What I see today, I mean, I guess everybody's on Thanksgiving and then get back. Mine was a little extra. I mean, December 2nd, when am I back now finally? Um, let's see. What I saw off the top was the General Flynn thing. Okay, I mean, people lose their mind when I saw some of the first reports. I just kind of heard about it when I was, on my little break there, and then got back here, and it turns out, yeah, it was a lot of it's a lot to do about nothing, in my opinion. In fact, like ABC, I think that's where that Brian Ross had that report, and it came from him, I believe, where they're saying he's going to name names or whatever, he's going to testify against Trump, and I actually think it's more of they pressured him, and the whole bit about him lying initially to the FBI and then Vice President Pence is probably stemming from that. I doubt Trump will get touched by this. I don't think there's anything there with Trump. I think we've already seen it. I think if anything, the collusion has to do with Hillary Clinton, Uranium One, and some of those other pay to plays, and probably some other stuff we don't even realize. Um, but so General Flynn, then what do we got? Representative Connors and a couple other ones. Who knew that congressional members are running around in their underwear, which just baffles me that people are trying to justify that. It's actually kind of hilarious. I mean, I could just imagine being a staffer and then coming in. There's this old man and his whitey tidies, and then some other. What I don't know what happened to the other guy. I just read it today. There's another Democrat that got caught doing something. But I mean, Jesus. I mean, we are. I mean, if you haven't realized how sick these people are, I don't know what to tell you. There's a few. There's some really good guys up there, but there's a lot of them that are just sick. They're either twisted with power or they're running around in their underwear. Um, I think we've only hit the tip of the iceberg too. I mean, every day there's something going on with this sexual assault stuff. It's getting scary. I mean, not in a bad way, but I mean, if you're up there, and I guess I look at it from an individual level. It's nothing that we wouldn't expect from that kind of a swamp. Anyway, I'm going to keep this one short because I'm in this camera. It's actually very late at night. I'm going to try to get some sleep and hopefully give you some more commentary on what's going on in the world. Oh, and there's also a rumor going around, and I believe it's fake news. I don't know if you've seen this stuff going around the internet about the Marines supposedly storming Langley and taking over a CIA building or some stuff. It's like the weirdest thing I've heard. And so, I'm the type of guy that I don't dispel anything offhand, so I need to do a little digging, and it seems like a kind of a cockamamie story. Not to say that the government, the Marines supposedly took over the CIA to take over rogue elements. Not to say there's not rogue elements in the intelligence world, which I kind of lean towards that myself. That they're doing some nefarious stuff. I'm looking for. I was going to do meme of the day, but I guess we're going to have to cut that one out, even though it's only the second time I'm doing it. I'm going to cut it out already. We're going to have to do it the next one. But anyway, so if you see that on the internet, chances are it's probably not true about the Marines storming Langley. Even though probably not a bad idea if General Mattis send the Marines in there and do something about the intelligence agency, and hope actually just probably get them on mission. We spend more time spying on it ourselves rather than gathering the proper intelligence that we need. Especially, I'm hoping that General Mattis has a lot of intel on North Korea, especially where these sites are. If we are going to do anything against them. Oh, that was the other thing. So apparently, when I was on vacation, the short fat man over there decided to launch a missile into space and comes down fairly close to Japan. Things are starting to get real over there. That's escalating. I'm glad that we have Mattis at the helm, and hope I know that a guy like that that has that his knowledge base, not only operationally, but he's a well-read individual. If you know anything about him, that tactically, he, I mean, if there's any one person knows what he's doing, that's the guy you want in that position. So I'm sure that him and Trump are coming up with something, and we'll see what happens on that front. Anyway, I want to keep this short. I want to stay tuned in the news, and we'll probably talk a little more economics this next time. There's some stuff going on. I'll tell you kind of what I'm looking at. Always, I guess, a little sneak peek. Okay, always keep track of the bond yield curve, 5s and 30s, 10s and 30s, and then the VIX. I always like to keep a look on that and what the Fed's doing. Kind of what Jerome Powell is going to start talking about because he's going to be taking over from Janet Yellen. No, I'm not going to get too deep in that, but that's what I look at, not so much company earnings or anything. And then I also look at gold, silver, pay attention to how those are trading, natural gas, oil. So anyway, damn feed dropped on this. Anyway, we'll get into the economic stuff then, a little bit more because that's going to be more pertinent, especially when we get the tax cut thing coming up. That's one of the reasons until that passes, you're going to get the bump, and then hopefully you can, maybe looking for the shorts or whatnot, looking for ways to play the market. But anyway, I look at some of the stuff. I look at the VIX. I look at some of the action in the market, and I believe a lot of this. There's a lot of telltale signs you're seeing in, especially I said, 5s, 30s, 10s, and 30s. Yield curve. I look at those. I look at the VIX especially. I look at oil. I look at silver and gold, and then a few of the dollar index. Anyway, I'll talk to you later.